morning, children. Today we are going to study stars and the solar system. So first of this lesson is constellation. What is meant by constellation? A group of stars which resembles certain shape is called a constellation. Human beings have an innate ability to recognize shapes and faces even in formless things like clouds, smoke, etc. This ability of human beings has given rise to various constellations. Different constellations may have different names in various cultures. There are 12 signs of zodiac, that is like Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Virgo, Leo, Libra, Scorpio, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Aquarius, Pisces. There are numerous other constellations like example Great Bear, Cassiopeia, Ursa Major, Orion, etc. So let's see these constellations in detail. Great Bear. What is Great Bear constellation is? This is also known as Ursa Major and Big Dipper. So other names of this Great Bear constellations is Ursa Major or Big Dipper. Then how its shape is? It resembles to the shape of a ladle. So it resembles to the shape of ladle. And how many stars is? The 4 stars which appears as 4 vertices of a quadrilateral make the bowl of the ladle, and the remaining 3 stars make the handle of the ladle. That means total number of stars present in this Great Bear constellation is 7 stars. 4 stars. They act as the 4 vertices of a quadrilateral, make the bowl of the ladle, and the remaining 3 stars make the handle of the ladle. Ursa Major appears in the northern sky. Which part it appears means it appears in the northern part of the sky. The pole star is in line with last 2 stars of the quadrilateral. Since this constellation appears quite close to the pole star, it looks as if revolving around the pole star. Our next constellation is Orion. Orion is also called the hunter. Here also how many stars present in this Orion constellation is? The 3 prominent stars in this constellation mark the belt of the hunter. An elaborate structure shows a man with a club and a shield. This constellation is visible in the southern part of the sky, and this can easily be seen during summer months in India. Next is solar system. The solar system is made up of the sun, its planets, satellites, asteroids, comets, dwarf planets, etc. So what are present in our solar system is sun, planets, satellites, asteroids, comets, dwarf planets, etc. are present in this solar system. All other members of the solar system keep on revolving around the sun. This is because, so in our solar system, all the other members, sun is at the center, sun is in the middle, and all the other members present in this solar system, they will keep on revolving around the sun. How it is possible means, this is possible because of the gravitational attraction between the sun and these bodies. The solar system is 4.6 billion years old. Different members of the solar system are like, let's see one by one. Sun. The sun is the center of the solar system. The sun is a huge store of heat and light energy. The sun is mainly composed of hydrogen gas. The hydrogen gas in the sun keeps on changing to helium gas, and this process releases huge amount of energy. This is like thousands of atom bombs working together. So our member of solar system, first one is, if we see sun is composed of mainly hydrogen gas, and this hydrogen gas keeps continuously changing to helium gas. When this hydrogen is converting into the helium gas, it releases high amount of energy. This energy is equal to the thousands of atom bombs working together. That's why it is that much hot. Our next member of solar system is planet. What is planet? Our next member of this solar system is planet. So what is planet is? A celestial body which revolves around a star is called a planet. There are 8 planets in the solar system, that is Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. The next member is satellite. What is satellite is? A celestial body which revolves around a planet is called satellite. A celestial body which revolving around the star is called planet, and a celestial body which is revolving around the planet is called satellite. Mercury and Venus do not have known satellites. Jupiter has the largest number of known satellites. Our next member of solar system is Mercury. This is the smallest planet in the solar system and is near to the Sun. It is at a distance of 0.4 angstrom units AU from the Sun. This is so close to the Sun that it cannot be seen without a powerful telescope. Next planet is Venus. Venus is at a distance of 0.7 angstrom units AU from the Sun. This planet is almost of the same size as the Earth. Venus is the hottest planet on the solar system. After Moon, it is the brightest object in the night sky. Venus is visible in early evening during summer months and in early morning during winters. Due to this, Venus is also called as morning and evening star. Next planet is Earth. Earth is the only planet where life is known to exist. According to scientists, Earth is at a perfect distance from the Sun and hence it has the right combination of gases, materials and temperature to support life. A major portion of Earth's surface is covered with water and hence it appears blue from the space. Due to this, Earth is also called the blue. Our next planet is Mars. Mars is at a distance of 1.5 angstrom units from the Sun. Mars appears red because of the presence of iron oxide on its surface. Hence, it is also known as the red planet. Deimos and Phobos are 2 natural satellites of Mars. The 4 planets before the asteroid belt are called rocky planets or terrestrial planets because they are made of rocks. The 4 remaining planets which are after the asteroid belt are called gaseous giants because they are mainly composed of the gases. Our next planet is Jupiter. Jupiter is at a distance of 5.2 angstrom units from the Sun. This is the largest planet in the solar system. Jupiter is 1300 times the size of the Earth, but because of its lower density, it is just 388 times the mass of the Earth. There are 67 known satellites of Jupiter. Our next planet is Saturn. Saturn is at a distance of 9.5 AU from the Sun. Saturn is famous for its rings. The rings around these planets are composed of rocks, gases and vapors. These rings can be seen through a telescope. There are 62 known satellites of Saturn. The density of Saturn is so low that it can float on water. Next planet is Uranus. Uranus is at a distance of 19.2 AU from the Sun. Uranus rotates from east to west like Venus. Remaining planets will rotate from west to east, but planets Venus and Uranus rotates from east to west. The axis of Uranus is highly tilted on its orbit. Due to this, Uranus appears to be rolling on its sides. There are 27 known satellites of Uranus. Our next planet is Neptune. Neptune is at a distance of 30 AU from Sun. There are 14 known satellites of Neptune. It is the farthest planet from the Sun. Next member is asteroids belt. Next is asteroid belt. So the asteroid belt is present between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. This belt extends from 2.3 and 3.3 angstrom units from the Sun. Asteroids are made up of rocks, metallic minerals and some ice. They are remnants of formation of the solar system. Next member is comet. A comet is a celestial body which revolves around the sun in a highly elliptical path. When a comet passes from near the earth, it becomes visible to us. Halley comet and Halley's comet and Hale-Bopp are some of the famous comets. Halley's comet appears after every 76 years. It appeared last time in the year 1986 and is expected to appear again in 2062. Meteor. Our next member is meteor. When a small object from the space reaches to the atmosphere of the earth, it enters at a very high speed. The high speed creates so much friction that the object burns off before reaching the earth. Such objects are called meteors. They are visible as shooting stars in the night sky. Sometimes an object can be too big to be completely destroyed by burning. Such objects reach the surface of the earth and are called meteorites. A meteorite can cause huge damage to the earth, like destroying a huge population of living beings. Next is artificial satellites. The man-made satellites are called artificial satellites. These satellites are made up of made for various purposes like remote sensing, telecommunication, defense, etc. Data from the satellites is utilized by meteorologists to make predictions about weather. Communication satellites help in working of mobile phones, televisions, etc. Global positioning system GPS works because of these satellites. Our next member is celestial body. Any naturally occurring object in the observable universe is called celestial body. Stars, planets, satellites, comets, etc. are examples of celestial objects. Next member, moon. The moon is the only natural satellite of Earth. It is our nearest neighbor in the universe. The moon is at a distance of about 4 lakh kilometers from the Earth. In terms of size, the Earth is 81 times bigger than the moon. There is no atmosphere on the moon. It is full of craters and mountains. Some of the mountains on the moon are as high as the highest mountains on the Earth. So, next topic is phases of the moon. The moon does not appear similar on different days, rather its shapes changes every day. The different shapes of the moon are called phases of the moon. New moon. So, one of the phases is new moon. On the new moon day, no moon is visible in the sky. So, here see in this diagram, this part, new moon day. Here we cannot see any part of the moon. That phase is new moon. Next is waxing crescent. Within a few days, the new moon of the new moon day, the moon appears like a crescent. This is called waxing crescent. So here see, from new moon, after some days, some part of the moon is visible. So that phase is known as waxing crescent. First quarter. Next phase is first quarter. Within about a week from the new moon day, the moon appears as a semicircle. This is called first quarter moon. Next phase is waxing gibbous. Within about 10 days from the new moon day, the moon appears as the circle with some portion cut off. This is called the waxing gibbous moon. Next phase is full moon. Within about 15 days from the new moon day, the moon appears as a complete circle. This is called full moon day. So this here, see, here in this diagram, this completely white part is known as, that means during this time it is known as full moon, and complete dark, that phase is known as new moon. Now again from full moon. Waning phase. The waxing phase of the moon is followed by the waning phase. During this phase, the full moon reduces in size and goes through the waning gibbous, second quarter and waning crescent phases. Within about 29 days from the new moon day, the next lunar month begins with the next new moon day. Reason for the phases of the moon. What is the reason for this all phases is the periods of rotations and revolutions are same in case of moon. This means that the moon takes the same time in the completing one rotation and one revolution. Due to this, only one surface of the moon is visible from the earth. We also know that the moon does not have its own light, rather than it reflects the sunlight. So the sunlight portion of the moon is visible to us. When the moon, the earth and the sun are in the straight line and the earth is between the other two, we are able to see the full moon. On the other hand, when the moon is in between the earth and the sun, we are able to see the new moon. That is, the whole surface of the moon appears in dark. Next member is star. A star is a huge celestial body. Stars produce heat and light because they are full of very hot gases. The sun is the nearest star from us. It is about a distance of 150 million kilometers from us. The next nearest star from us is Alpha Centauri. It is about 40 trillion kilometers from us. Next, light year. So what is light year is? The interstellar distances or intergalactic distances are too big to be easily expressed in the terms of kilometers. Hence, we need a more convenient unit to express them. So what is that unit is? A light year is the distance travelled by light in 1 year. In 1 year time, how much distance a light travels? That is known as the light year. Distances of stars are usually expressed in terms of light year. The distances between stars or huge distances are expressed in this light years. Why means? See, if the why means because see, the distance between star and sun or from earth and sun, it is not that much easy to express in kilometers. Instead of that, if we can easily express in the light years. Again, the sunlight takes about 8 minutes to travel from the sun to the earth. This implies that the sun is at a distance of 8 light minutes from us. Alpha Centauri is 4.3 light years away from us. So, the light which is produced from the sun, it takes around 8 minutes to reach the earth. That means the distance between earth and sun, we will say that it is 8 light minutes. At the same time, the distance between Alpha Centauri and earth is about 4.3 light years away from us. If we express it in the kilometers, it is about 40 trillion kilometers. But here it is 4.3 light years. Astronomical unit, AU. The distance between the sun and the earth is called one astronomical unit, AU. This unit of distance make it easy to express the distance of different planets from the sun. Apparent movement of stars, the apparent movement of stars, sun and the moon. All the celestial bodies appear to move from east to west. This happens because the rotation of earth, this is because of the earth rotates from west to east, and we can see that celestial bodies are moving from east to west, okay, but earth rotation is from west to east. When you are sitting in a moving train, the objects in the platform appears to be moving in the opposite direction. The same illusion happens to show the apparent movement of the celestial body. So finally, our last topic is pole star. while other stars appear to move with gradual progress of night. The pole star remains fixed at its position. This happens because the pole star is in the line with the axis of the Earth. The pole star appears in the northern sky. It is only visible from the northern hemisphere. However, the fixed position of the pole star has helped humans since ages. Sailors and travelers used the pole star to find a way when they had to travel during night time. And this is the completion of the lesson, stars and the solar system.